One of the most valuable resources to aid emergency services when responding to or dealing with any major incident is information. Very often, emergency services personnel are confronted by incident conditions that are unfamiliar to them. Potentially dangerous loads in crashed trucks, chemicals, fires and spills, engineering problems, architectural details, the location of shut-off valves and switches, and control systems or keys to locks. The work of emergency services personnel is made much easier if they have access to the specialist knowledge and expertise of people whose job it is to understand the equipment or infrastructure involved in the incident or emergency. That information, that knowledge, can save lives. This is particularly true for major railway incidents that involve significant damage, injuries, or sometimes death. When a major rail incident occurs, emergency services personnel will be dispatched to the incident site. Initially, those teams, commanded by their own agency commanders and led by a site controller, who is usually the senior police officer at the scene, should attempt to identify and make contact with any RailCorp personnel at the incident site. Depending on the nature of the incident, this could include a train driver, guard, CountryLink passenger attendant, station manager, station customer service assistant, or infrastructure team manager. They are, in effect, RailCorp's first response personnel at an incident site until a rail commander arrives to take charge of rail-related matters.
Fuel leak at the front of the vehicle. So I've sent some crews up there. Got some additional.
The rail commander becomes an essential part of the multi-agency incident management team formed to combat any major rail incident. In every case when a rail incident occurs, the shift manager at RailCorp's Rail Management Centre must immediately be informed. Every member of the emergency services teams attending a rail incident is vital. And of course, every team has its particular specialists and a leader. In a major rail incident, all risks and hazards must be identified and assessed, discussed and dealt with consultatively. But the final decisions on many matters are made by the site controller, after consultation with other agency commanders. RailCorp's on-site incident manager, the rail commander, has the skills, knowledge and network contacts to help emergency services teams deal with any rail emergency. The rail commander manages all RailCorp personnel involved in or sent to the incident. Those personnel must act on directions from the rail commander.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Have you checked on the passengers?
Yeah, I'm great. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Go.
Okay.
Steve here, the shift manager from the RMC.
Yeah, we've
Is everybody okay?
trains derailed.
The passenger of the van is injured and trapped.
Okay, I'll repeat, the passenger in the van is injured and trapped.
The train's just being derailed. You just remain seated, remain calm. You're all okay, you're not injured?
What have you got, anything caught up there?
The overhead wire's down and the front car's been derailed.
The overhead is down, the overhead wire is down. The front car is upright, so your train is okay. I'll get onto the emergency services and get them on the way, and I will also get a rail commander to be with you very shortly.
A RailCorp rail commander must attend any rail incident that occurs in this region. Metropolitan Sydney, north as far as Newcastle, south to Campbelltown, south coast as far as Nowra and west to Lithgow. Incidents outside this area are managed by the train crew involved in the incident until representatives from the Australian Rail Track Corporation arrive on site. When a rail incident is reported, the Rail Management Centre will arrange for a rail commander to attend as soon as possible. Until the rail commander arrives, the site controller or other attending agency commanders will liaise with the Rail Management Centre and the most senior on-site RailCorp employee.
Right, is everyone okay down here?
Sorry, mate. What's going on?
Just sit tight for a moment. The train stopped. Is everyone okay? Has anyone been injured?
Emergency services personnel cannot commence their work until a rescue power outage has been implemented and confirmed by RailCorp personnel. It's vital that the rail commander and site controller make contact with each other as soon as they have both arrived on the scene. Most rail incidents are relatively minor, involving minimal damage and no injuries, so emergency services will usually not be called to assist. However, a rail commander will be dispatched to the incident site by the Rail Management Centre to manage the incident, and all RailCorp personnel will be required to act on directions given by the rail commander. If you're involved in or witness a rail incident, make sure the Rail Management Centre is immediately contacted.
When a minor incident occurs within the RailCorp network, this incident is going to have minimal effect to train services. The shift manager within the Rail Management Centre, on being informed, will nominate a rail commander to attend the incident and take control of the incident. The RailCorp personnel that have attended the incident before the rail commander arrives should provide all relevant information back to the RMC, back to the Rail Management Centre, stating what damage there is, what lines are affected, if there's people injured, depends on what grade of incident it is. So their main job is to relay as much information back to the Rail Management Centre as they possibly can. After the rail commander has taken control, the RailCorp personnel must advise the rail commander that they are there, what their function is, what discipline they are representing within the organisation, and work under the rail commander's directions.
In some instances, it may be necessary for personnel to enter the rail corridor to gain access to a passenger train before a rail commander arrives on site. This is only permitted when it's been confirmed to you by the Rail Management Centre that all trains in the immediate vicinity have been stopped and, if necessary, a rescue power outage has been authorised and implemented, meaning that only rescue operations can commence. In most instances, you should wait for the rail commander to arrive on site and determine that these things have been done. Recovery and repair, including movement of rolling stock, cannot take place until the rail commander arrives and gives authorisation. Under no circumstances should personnel enter a tunnel unless they are accompanied by the rail commander or are authorised to do so by the Rail Management Centre. At a major rail incident, the rail commander will liaise with emergency services personnel, ensure that the incident site is protected from rail traffic, and remove any RailCorp personnel who are not required. If necessary, the rail commander will also ensure that a rescue power outage is authorised and implemented, and arrange safe working and worksite protection for RailCorp personnel and, where appropriate, emergency services personnel.
Follow through, Bill. Thank you.
If a train needs to be evacuated, the rail commander will arrange and supervise the evacuation.
How many?
The rail commander is the person who ensures that the site controller and other emergency services commanders receive all specialised rail equipment, services, personnel and assistance they need to carry out their work.
Got the local police taking names and doing a bit of a map of their location on the train up there at the...
In that register we'll have the people's names and whatever injuries they've got.
Yes.
The rail commander maintains ongoing communications with the Rail Management Centre, ensures all details of any passengers or RailCorp personnel involved in the incident are registered, and may arrange for the quarantining, protection or collection of evidence from the train data recording devices. By carrying out these duties at a major rail incident and dealing with many other rail-specific issues relating to infrastructure, safety and personnel, the Rail Commander and RailCorp personnel reporting to the Rail Commander can considerably assist the site controller and other agency commanders to focus on the work they're trained and equipped to do on site.